Hello, it's Andy Jones-Wilkins signing in from the Wintergreen Resort in the mountains of Central Virginia on the eve of the UROC 100K, chatting with Jason Bryant. Jason, how you doing?
Very well. Good to meet you.
All right, great to see you. Jason is here from the northern part of North Carolina for the UROC 100K. What are your thoughts going into the race tomorrow?
Just to be patient for myself. I figure my race is going to be one of those where I drift back early and maybe even through the middle of the race. The type of course is going to suit, I think, for people to be pretty quick getting out and plus with the competition. So I think my true movement in the race will be later in the race.
Now you're one of these good old southern rock runners.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting because we've got a nice blend of rocks and mud and then road. I mean, it could be a real ping-pongy race, don't you think?
Definitely, I think it could be. And to do well overall, you're going to have to be able to do all of it well. Right. And that's where I'm at a deficit. I'm not a speedy road guy. So I like the rocks and the grit and something make it rough.
Well,
so that'll be but that's where we're kind of stepping out from my comfort zone and trying to be fast on the road. So.
Well, speaking of comfort zone, you've gone out of your comfort zone racing out in the West Coast. You've been at Waldo. My friend Craig Thornley's raced Where's Waldo a couple times. That's not an easy course.
I love Where's Waldo. Yeah, and that's like you said, not an easy course. It's one that I've enjoyed, one of the ultras I've enjoyed most, and the atmosphere at the race has been one that I've enjoyed the most.
And then you're one of those rare few who've been able to put on the red, white, and blue of the USA out in Ireland this past summer, right?
Yes.
Representing the country. What's that like?
It was a lot of fun. It was really special, getting out there and you run through the race and you have people cheering, go USA and various things. I did another race in Europe this summer that I didn't mention where people are out calling bravo, bravo, and they recognize the country that you're from and get those cheers.
So those Euros do cheer for us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that's one of the things I love about our sport. Nationally, worldwide, it's a group of people who support each other, encourage one another. The Italians finished second there, and I happened to be close to a couple of them throughout the race. And they were very encouraging about, come on, stay with us, hang with us. Because I was struggling on the road, and then we hit the grass, and then it was my turn to talk a little bit. Yeah. And bam, I got away from both of them once we got back off the road.
That's nice.
But, that's great, the support and the encouragement among trail runners. I think that's true around the world. Yeah. And you definitely saw that when we were there in Ireland. It's not the cutthroat, got to take you down.
Yeah.
I don't know, sometimes that I felt, with some of the road scene.
And looking at the dicey course that we talked about and maybe some weather conditions, what are you, I know you're a La Sportiva runner.
Yes.
I love those La Sportiva shoes. What are you thinking of running in tomorrow?
I'm going to run the Crosslight 2.0.
What does the Crosslight 2.0 give you on this course?
It's a little bit of a lighter shoe. It comes with lugs with plenty of grip. And I know some people say, well, the lugs are a little bit much on the road, but I would disagree. They add a little bit of cushioning on the road, and I don't think you get a feel. They sit low, so it's not like you're going to feel like you're really jacked up. Mm-hmm. And I don't notice a difference of the lugs on the road versus a road shoe. And the thing is, so I've got the cushioning and grip on either surface. So I'm very high on that shoe.
I can tell, and good luck tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you, Andy.
Hey there, it's Andy Jones-Wilkins signing in from Wintergreen Resort high in the Central Virginia mountains here for the UROC 100K Championship race tomorrow, and I'm here chatting with Eric Grossman. Eric, how you doing?
Doing fine, thanks.
Eric is one of the grand old men of American ultra running, been doing this for a long time, raced on both sides of the country, all distances. He's a fast man. And what are your thoughts going into UROC 100K?
My mind is a blank slate.
That's wonderful. These college professors with blank slate minds. What do you think of the course? We got some gnarly dirt, rock, mud. We got some nice smooth road.
Well, you're telling me
Does it play into your strengths?
What? You have to describe a little more.
Do you have any strengths yet left?
I'm just surviving. I'm an old man, just like you said.
Survive and thrive. So, remember that Montreal video that was shot a few years ago, 2007, Western States? Does that still follow you around?
It was only about a month ago. I have a colleague who, is sick right now, so she was watching TV, and she caught the rerun of that. It was NBC Jeep World of Sports, and there I was. She was totally surprised she wasn't looking for me. You know, just watching old reruns on cable or something. And so she brought it up with me.
And gotta say, I mean, all due respect, probably not your finest hour.
You keep picking at the weak spots. Yeah, I actually used that one time, you know, to reveal, like you said, some of my weaker moments to some students that I was working with. Because yeah, I was at basically a low during the race. But if you don't remember, at the end of the episode, they did award me with the Energizer Bunny Award.
I did, and I imagine that's still on your mantle at home. Now, on the positive side, though, you have had a successful year of racing. Tell me a little bit about what some of your successes have been earlier this year.
Well, let's see. I came back from injury at the beginning of the year, and so I was able to run a couple races, Terrapin 50K, both in Virginia, Promised Land 50K in Virginia.
Not just run them.
Well, that's right. I won the second, Promised Land. And surprised myself, actually, with the speed a 43-year-old can actually muster.
There are 43-year-olds who are fast. You're one. I'm not. And what are you thinking of for shoes tomorrow?
Well,
You gonna change 6 or 7 times?
I do have changes. Of course, the Montreal Fairhaven has been one I've been running recently. But I'm really thinking I need to ask how much road is on the course, and then I can decide if I need some road shoes at least part of the time.
Well, you'll have to ask someone other than me.
Okay.
Eric, you're going to have a great day out there tomorrow. It's going to be fun to see you. Thanks so much for the interview. This was a blast. Hi there, it's Andy Jones-Wilkins signing in from Wintergreen Resort in the central mountains of Virginia for the UROC 100K, which starts tomorrow. I'm chatting with Michael Owen from Ohio. Michael, how you doing?
Doing great.
What are you thinking going into tomorrow's race?
I think it's going to be a fun race, a lot of cool competition that I'm excited to meet and run against for the first time.
So you're 22 years old. Last spring you were competing for Shawnee State as a collegiate track runner. Why on earth are you here running a 100K trail race with a bunch of old guys like Eric Grossman and Jeff Rose?
I don't know. I just got hooked on trails a few years ago, and I figured the only way to run more trails is to run more miles, so that's where ultra came in for me.
And you've had a steep learning curve. I mean, your first ultra was less than a year ago, and not just any dinky little ultra. It was the San Francisco North Face Championship race. How'd that go as a first ultra?
Yeah, I told my dad that the only way I was going to get started by getting thrown into a big race like that, and it came at a good time with my training, wrapping up my college cross-country season, so my miles were there, and I knew it was going to be a competitive race, so I figured if I just mix it up with some of the top runners, I'd have a good race.
And how'd you do there?
I did good. I got ninth place. I was pretty happy with my time and how I felt and everything, so.
Ninth place at the North Face. You should have retired, dude.
I could have retired on top.
Yeah. So then through the winter, you did a couple low-key races, had some success. And then I think you jumped right into hundreds this summer, didn't you?
Yeah, after track season, I started training for Burning River and put in a lot of miles over the summer. And I was out in Colorado for a couple of weeks running the mountain, so that was kind of cool. And my first 100 went well as well.
And so, no problems with your quads? No problems with blisters? And no stomach issues?
Besides quads being real sore, nothing out of the ordinary, I don't think.
So this course here, I mean, we've got some nice rolling road sections and some gnarly kind of East Coast rock, ruts, roots, mud sections. You got a plan for that?
No, I don't really.
These 22-year-old guys never have plans.
I just know the road sections could play into my hands since I have more experience running the roads lately. But with the hills being there, it can even it all out.
How about shoes? What are you going with?
I'll be wearing New Balance 101s. It's the first trail shoe I ever had. Well, the earlier model of it.
Yeah.
And I just stuck with it. It fit my feet well, so I'm pretty happy with it.
And they're going to work. And nutrition plan, you just go with,
Just
are you
go
with
with-
gels and...
Yeah, gels and S-caps. Burning River, I had no problem with my nutrition and gel intake and
Right
powder
on.
intake, so I'll just stick with that.
Well, when 22-year-old 230 marathoners are coming into Ultra, we know we've arrived. Michael, good luck tomorrow. It's going to be fun. All right.